The Premier League starts very soon, so it's only right that I give you my Premier League predictions for the 26-27 season.
20th, Hull City. It's not that I hate Hull City or anything. It's just that I don't believe they have a squad good enough for the Premier League right now. No offense to any Hull City fans out there. 19th, Ipswich Town. Kinda the same reason with Hull City. I just don't think their squad is good enough for the Premier League this season. They are still better than Hull, but not good enough to survive in the Premier League. 18th, Coventry City. I do think Coventry City are the best of the promoted bunch. But again, their squad doesn't look good enough for the Premier League. But still better than the other promoted teams. 17th, Fulham. I don't think Fulham would be in any real relegation threat, but they would finish 17th. Because I don't really rate Arbeloa like that, and their squad hasn't really improved much. Their only notable signing being Gonzalo Garcia, who I also don't rate. Hence why they finished 17th. 16th, Sunderland. I really rate Sunderland a lot, but them even being in the Conference League was already a huge leap. Talk less of the Europa League. I just believe the Europa League is a little too far of a step forward for Sunderland. I mean, I can only think of two of their players that are Europa quality in my opinion, and that is Granit Xhaka and Brian Brobby. And me mentioning Brobby is pushing it a little. All in all, do I believe Sunderland will win the Europa League? No. They will go far there, which is what will affect their league form, hence why they are down here in 16th. 15th, Crystal Palace. I put Crystal Palace 15th mainly because of them being bogged up by extra European games. I mean, last season they finished 15th even with just Conference League games. So imagine the step up into the Europa League. And their squad isn't getting any better, as just last season they sold two of their best players in Eze and Guehi, and it looks like Mateda's on his way out too. And they haven't been able to get able replacements. I mean, Brennan Johnson and Strand Larson aren't getting Crystal Palace any higher than 15th. Their only bright light in attack I can see is Ismail Assar. 14th, Brighton. For Brighton, it's kind of the same case. The extra European games, but the Conference League is a bit easier than the Europa League, so despite selling one of their good players in Danny Welbeck and selling Van Hecke, they can still comfortably win the Conference League, and they won't drop that far down the table. So yeah, they will be able to scrape 14th. 13th, Bournemouth. Not that I think Bournemouth are a bad team. They haven't really made any improvements. They lost Marco Senesi and will probably lose Alex Scott. And they also lost their super manager, Andoni Iraola. And to top that off, they have European football. The only reason they are as high as 13th is because I think they are better than every team I put below them. 12th, Everton. Everton will finish 12th, not because they are particularly good, neither are they bad. The only reason they're finishing 12th is because everyone else under them is busy with Europe, while Everton aren't. So they will finish 12th. Just plain old mid-table mediocrity. 11th, Newcastle. Whew, Newcastle are in a dark situation right now. I mean, they have sold a lot of their key players recently, including big names like Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, and Alexander Isak. And the replacements don't look convincing. Not even to add that Eddie Howe has just quit on them, and they replaced him with a manager from the Saudi League. They are high up in 11th because with no European games, I just don't see it possible for them to finish below the teams I mentioned, but still, mid-table mediocrity. 10th, Brentford. I mean, Brentford are decent, I guess. Haven't made much improvements aside from getting that new assistant manager. But I think keeping Igor Thiago would prove to be very important. Despite his shameful World Cup, he will be able to get a 15-plus goal season. 9th, Leeds.
Leeds United have had an amazing transfer window, bringing in signings like James Trafford, Harry Wilson, and Tahayek Mukarivic. And as I am making this video, they might even add a fourth signing. All of this, combined with their lack of European games and a relatively young and good squad, I can see them making a push for Europe, but just finishing outside the European spots. 8th, Spurs. Now, some of you guys might know that I am an Arsenal fan, and if you put Spurs to finish lower on this list, I understand that. I mean, you can't simply blame being in Europe for finishing 17th 2 years in a row. I mean, sheesh. Just last season, you guys were one João Palhinha goal away from being relegated? So, just because you guys overspent on 2 midfielders, you're gonna win the league? I think not. And y'all would be lucky to scrape Conference League football. Call me what you want. Spurs finish 8th. Period. 7th, Nottingham Forest. I know it sounds big and outlandish, considering they almost got relegated last year. But I blame their relegation scare because of the multiple managerial changes while juggling Europa League football. But I really rate Ollie Glasner as a manager, and the Nottingham Forest squad isn't really bad. Added with the fact that they have no European games to worry about. So yes, they could in fact finish 7th and get into the Europa League or Conference League, depending on cup winners and stuff. 6th, Aston Villa. Well, yeah, I think Aston Villa will finish 6th because of the UCL games. This is the same thing we saw happen a couple of years ago when they were in the UCL. They slumped down to 6th because they couldn't keep up with the European calendar. No offense to Aston Villa or anything, I still think they are like the most consistent team in the Premier League, and 6th is as bad as it's ever gonna get under Unai Emery. So yeah, they can be proud of 6th place. 5th, Manchester United. Now, some Manchester United fans I know genuinely believe they can win the Premier League. And me personally, I think not. Because their movement this transfer window haven't moved me one bit. They have failed to improve their squad depth for the season. And with just 2 weeks left in the transfer window and a squad this thin, I don't see any way Manchester United can finish higher. They still qualify for UCL, but I doubt they mount a title charge because of their lack of squad depth. 4th, Liverpool. Although I do rate Andoni Iraola as a manager, the business Liverpool have done isn't convincing. Not only is their squad paper thin, but a defense of Araujo, washed-up Van Dijk, Charlie Kirks, and Frimpong isn't winning any Premier League titles. Add in the fact they have still not found the Salah replacement, and are instead chasing down Bradley Barcola and will probably pay some crazy price for him. So I don't see them winning the league or being in the title race either. But they would still qualify for Champions League. 3rd, Chelsea. As much as I hate to say it, Chelsea look like a serious team without European football bogging them down, and a squad with a few bright gems like João Pedro, Estevao, Cole Palmer, and Morgan Rogers. Not to add how scary they have looked in preseason, dominating most of their games and finally having a competent manager in Xabi Alonso. Maybe some of the new signings might have been a bit questionable, but all in all, they'll probably qualify for the Champions League pretty easily. Maybe be in the title race for a few weeks. 2nd, Manchester City. I know after the Community Shield final, an amazing game by the way, everyone thinks they will struggle. And yes, I believe they will struggle, adding the fact that they just lost Rodri. So why do I have them as high as 2nd? Simply because I don't think any of the other Big Six teams are in a stable position right now. Everyone is going through a serious rebuild, and Man City still have Erling Haaland, who can certainly still do a carry job and get them to 2nd. But they'd probably be 2nd, but behind 1st place by a long margin.
First, Arsenal.
Am I a delusional Arsenal fan for thinking we can go back-to-back? That's up to you to decide, but I will say this. It hasn't been easier for us to build a dynasty than now, and that Community Shield proves that. Our biggest competitors got patted like little boys, 3-0, and literally every club right now is in a rebuilding phase. Not to mention, we have the best defense and the best midfield, and our attack isn't that bad. As in the Community Shield, we scored 3 open play goals. 3! So, we're gonna win the league! We're gonna win the league!
Thank you for watching the video to the end. Honestly, it means a lot to me. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and why not hype it while you're there? And I will see you in the next video.